decisive measures must come into play to meet the needs of the Cameroonian population. The import substitution policy has proven to be the most efficient option to overcome the rising scarcity. This implies that Cameroon must be able to balance her trading attitude by boosting local production in a larger scale. The irregularities continue to preoccupy the lawmakers during this parliamentary session, reason why the members of the Committee on Economic Affairs, Planning and Regional Development of the National Assembly have embarked on a one-day seminar this Thursday to reinforce their capacities in the understanding of the concept of import substitution policy in Cameroon. The MPs were drilled by experts on the realities, challenges and possibilities of implementing the concept in Cameroon, highlighting the available raw materials.
Cameroon is endowed with rich natural resources, but they are least exploited for the benefit of the economy. Reason the country continued to depend more on imports. In spite of higher exports, in 2021, the country's trade deficit worsened, recording 1,478 billion CFA francs as compared to 1,375 billion francs CFA. Though physically challenged, Hassan, Mohammad, Nabil and Cliquez are braving the odds to find a place in society. All their hopes rely on this institution where they are schooling. Unfortunately, the infrastructures are not befitting. These children lack the basics of visually impaired children like Braille. These schools, situated in the heart of Koptamo, Nun division of the West region of Cameroon, lacks basic necessities like electricity, potable water and more. The teachers describe the situation as deplorable. We are facing several difficulties. The first is water crisis. We don't have water on campus. We are forced to trek for kilometers just to get water. Secondly, we don't have electricity. We are also lacking in didactic material like computers, printers, and many more. We also need disposable napkins for the kids. The officials decried the absence of a fence for the security of the children. The visit of the Cameroon Human Rights Commission is described as timely. The visit comes on the sidelines of the International Day of Persons with Disabilities.
In managing those disabilities children, what are we doing? We're respecting their right to life. They're trying to respect their life to live a dignified life, for food, for education, etc., many other things. So that is why the Commission is out here to visit its civil society organizations that are affiliated to them.
The National Commission for Human Rights is by these visits calling on all to pay attention to the needs of physically challenged persons.
Mr. Minister, at what level are you with the implementation of Head of State Instruction to rehabilitate and reconstruct Sonara through a public-private partnership? What measures has your ministry taken in the 2023 budget to ensure that Sonara resumes activities? Because as I speak, the company is a shadow of itself.
Worries on project implementation in different parts of the country raised by members of parliament as they adopt the state's budget for the 2023 finance year to the tune of 6,345.1 billion CFA francs compared to 6,080.4 billion in 2022. The lawmakers challenged the Minister of Public Works, Emmanuel Nganu Jomesi, and his collaborators to stop taking pretext on the crisis in the northwest and southwest regions to abandon earmarked public checks.
Mr. Minister, we just want to appeal to you that the roads that are in the northwest, in the southwest, the excuses for insecurity should not be given either by those who have won the contracts or by services within your competence that they cannot give better routes to the population because of insecurity. Because those who have been financing the terrorist activities, there is a beginning that they are bringing them to book, and we hope that we will begin to see the light of day when it comes to projects that are located in the northwest and in the southwest region.
A long night of numerous concerns here at the lower house of parliament. The Minister of Finance, Louis-Paul Mutaze, and a host of other members of government dishing out explanations on the different elements of the finance law. And with regards to insecurity, with the latest indictment of 3 base U.S. separatist leaders, Felix Mbayu, on behalf of the Minister of External Relations, says there are new diplomatic approaches geared towards hunting down all the perpetrators in a bid to bring back normalcy in the troubled regions.
From December 5 to 8, the National Anti-Corruption Commission is setting up the Anti-Corruption Clinic in Douala. These are delocalized services that will allow the people of Douala to register their denunciation on cases of corruption. The 3 days is out to cure the evils of corruption in Douala. Installed in the services of the governor of the Littoral region, the Anti-Corruption Clinic received its first complainants. Amongst them, this whistleblower, a victim of the network of fake driver licenses. It is a question of this service to bring CONAC closer to the population. They will be able to record their denunciations, followed by the investigation team.
We continue to call attention of all citizens that they have their responsibility there. They have their duty. Their duty is to denounce, and CONAC has the responsibility to go on and to do investigation and to present those who are guilty where they must go.
The presumed perpetrators of denounced practices will be placed at the disposal of the justice system. Coming at the eve of the International Anti-Corruption Day, the results of the first anti-corruption clinic will be presented to the public.
It is an initiative worth projecting as a partial solution to the limited or dilapidated structures in some schools across Cameroon. Students of the Government Technical School, Bikok, Mefo and Akono Division of the Central Region, actively involved in the production of mud bricks for the construction of needed school buildings like this beautiful sample. All they got as a weapon of production is this machine. The Minister of Secondary Education, Nalova Lyonga, was here this weekend to assess the activity and seek measures of boosting the craft.
They have shown us what they can do much more. And our idea is that we should modernize the material, the tools that they use. You saw what the students are using. So we are going to try to modernize the tools that the students use to ensure that things are done the way we want it to be done.
The need for schools to collaborate, build partnerships for the realization of the mud brick structures to solve the problem of limited infrastructure.
If they are producing red bricks and another college is producing the pavements for the floor. These two schools are going to cooperate so that we have these materials in the market. That's the idea, to push the students into the labor market at once. At the same time as they are students, they are also producing what the labor needs.
Pauline Alova-Lyonga leaves behind firm instructions for school authorities to fully integrate all the students into the project, recording their work in the logbook as it is done with other subjects.
It is at the Esasi Crossroad that the lifeless body of 22-year-old Eves Ajomo was found after an accident over the weekend. Eyewitnesses reported that the 22-year-old farmer was rushed over by a high-speed van that pulled him on the third road about 100 meters. The moment he got a warning signal, the bike rider panicked and lifted up his bike. After he had fallen off the bike, he got up and tried to lift up his bike, and that's how the vehicle on high speed crushed him. A resident of Vangan village, Eves Ajomo was a farmer by profession and came for his routine sale of cocoa. He borrowed his cousin's motorcycle to go about his business where the tragedy occurred. The farmer's family in total consternation on hearing the misfortune. The police have opened up investigation. Meantime, authorities have called for vigilance, especially during end-of-year festivities, which come with a lot of rush.
Canal International.